Welcome to another edition of Check This Out. Pastor Fidel here. We're continuing to go just hip hop, skipping through different verses, hopping from one verse to another. We're still in the book of Philippians. We're still in chapter 1. Check this out. Proper perspective promotes peace. Improper perspective promotes panic. Does that make sense? I hope so. What's your perspective when it comes to being here on this earth? Man, it's so hard. It's rough. It's difficult. The COVID, the layoffs, the changes with schools and children and finances, and you go, ay Dios mío, is it ever going to change? Is it ever going to get back to normal? Whatever that means. I love the Apostle Paul's perspective. I love it. I love it. Chapter 1 and verse 21. Check this out. For to me to live is Christ, and for me to die is gain. If I am to go on living in the body, this will mean fruitful labor for me. If I am to stay here and keep on living without going home to be with Jesus yet, the Apostle Paul says, it's just going to be fruitful labor for me. It's Jesus in the Gospel of John that he said, you didn't choose me, but I chose you. And I chose you, I appointed you, I ordained you to bear fruit. Fruit that lasts. So the Apostle Paul says, look, if I'm going to stay here on this earth, I'm going to be a fruit-producing believer. In spite of all of the hecticness, in spite of all of the craziness and dysfunction, I'm going to keep plodding along. And I'm going to keep finding ways that this world doesn't take advantage of me, but that I use the difficulties of life for the sake of producing fruit. He goes on to say, yet, what shall I choose? I don't know. I am torn between the two. I desire to depart and to be with Christ, which is better by far. But it is more necessary for you that I remain in the body. Convinced of this, I know that I will remain and I will continue with all of you for your progress and joy in the faith. What shall I do? This perspective of heaven is so amazing to me in the life of Paul. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the future. He's not afraid of being in the presence of the Lord. And he says, I'm torn between the two. It's more beneficial to you, the Philippians, if I stay here with you. But he says, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind just going home to be with the Lord. I desire to depart and be with Christ, which is better by far. Do you look forward to heaven? I know that it's easy to get caught up in the mess of this world. But don't ever forget what your destiny holds for you. Oh, it was many, many, many years ago. Our kids were small. And we had, of course, the station wagon. Back in the day, our Gabriel, Andrea, and Matt were small. And we're going to go to Disney World. Man, are they ever excited. We are going to Disney World. We're going to go see Mickey. And they're joking and laughing and lighthearted. They get in the back seat and we get on 95 and we end up on the turnpike and they're still laughing and joking and excited. Pops, are we almost there yet? We can't wait to get to Disney. We can't wait to get to Disney. About half hour into the trip, something happened. Next thing you know, in the back seat, they're arguing with each other. Pops, he hit me. Pops, Andrew would say, he's pulling my hair. Pops, Matthew won't leave me alone. Pops, Gabriel is pushing me. And back and forth and back and forth. Ended up pulling into one of the rest stops. And I got them all out. And I lined them up and I said, guys, what happened? When you were thinking about Disney World and that destination, you guys were all happy. There was lightheartedness. There was laughter. You guys got along with each other because you were all focused on the destination. But somewhere along the line, you got a little bored. It got a little rough. You started getting a little hot. And you started now losing your perspective. You started losing your destination, your purpose. Did you forget? We're at a rest stop right now, but we ain't staying here. We're gonna get in the station wagon and we're gonna head back up to Disney World. We're only stopping here for a rest. But don't forget, keep Mickey in your mind, and Minnie and Daisy and Goofy and all the other characters, whoever they are. And so we get back in the car, and next thing you know, they're smiling again. What did I do? I reminded them, listen, this is just a rest stop. Don't forget the destination. My brother, my sister, can I remind you, this planet, Earth, you know what it is? It's just a rest stop. That's all. And what happens is we get excited when we're first saved. We're heaven bound. I can't wait to be with the Lord. Oh, can you imagine heaven? No more pain, no more sorrow, no more suffering. Streets lined with gold, and you just think of that beauty, and it just fills your heart with great joy. And then something happens. Something distracts you. Something turns your head. Look at that problem. I can't believe that problem. Look at that problem. Can't believe that problem. Look at this problem. And next thing you know, your perspective has gone from out there. Heaven is an inspiration for me. We're going to heaven. You have become very myopic and you don't see heaven. You just see problems. It's hot. It's difficult. Nothing's changing. I lost my job. Hey, listen to what Paul says. I'm torn between the two. I desire to depart and to be with Christ, which is better by far, but it's more necessary for you that I remain in the body. If I stay in the body, it will mean fruitful labor for me. While we are here at this rest stop called Earth, let's be busy for the kingdom. Let's stay busy. Stay active. Serve at church. Go serve your neighbor. Go on a missions trip. Get involved with the work of the kingdom. And your mind will be filled with the things of God. When you isolate, separate yourself from the body, and you don't go to church. Why? Well, I prefer watching it on the internet. It's just so much easier. And you're just alone. Most of the time, then you carry the burdens of life on by yourself. My friends, heaven is not just a destination. Heaven is an inspiration. Going to heaven. We're going to leave this rest stop one day. We're going to be in the presence of the Lord. Oh, check this out. You're going to walk into heaven and the Lord figuratively is going to hand you your diploma. graduated, come on in. All of this will be gone. All of this will be behind you. And you worried for what? What did you worry for? You're walking on streets of gold, man. You got an inheritance that's waiting for you. So chill out. Enjoy life. Enjoy life. One day we'll be out of here. Amen?